Good evening, and welcome to another edition of It's Saturday Night. Do you know where your love is at? With your host, The Stroke. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and good evening, babies. Thank you for joining and welcome to another edition of It's Saturday Night. Do you know where your love is at? I, of course, am your number one bona fide, sexy, son bitch of a host, The Stroke. You're welcome. The pleasure's all yours, I'm sure. Babies. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all ever seen something you probably shouldn't have seen? I'm curious. I mean, I'm sure, you know, your boy. There's not much I haven't seen, right? But I'm just saying, like, you ever see something you shouldn't have seen, and then, like, have that moral dilemma within yourself of, like, do I do something about it? Do I forget about it? You know, that kind of thing. Babies, that takes us to tonight's edition, episode, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Babies, let me take y'all back, way back to 2017. I was doing my thing, roaming around this great, wide, amazing nation of ours. And I found myself, I was working as an assistant manager at a pizza shop. I ain't going to tell you the name because I don't want to give them any kind of credit. But anyways, babies, I had been working there probably about a year, saving up money because I was doing some stuff that I had already left Montana. And I made my way to this place. It was in Utah. Let's just say that it was in Utah. Okay. No, might have been Idaho. I don't know. Things are fuzzy. You get me. Anyways, I'm straying. That'll happen when I tell these tales. I kind of branch off a little bit. So let me get right back on track. Let me work the trunk and up and out. And you babies can follow me along. You know you want to. Anyways, so babies, I was working at this little pizza shop, right? And there was this guy that had worked there. He had been working there about a month, maybe 2 months. And I noticed, I'm intuitive, regardless of what you may think. I am very fucking intuitive. That's fucking facts. I'll take the Pepsi challenge on that shit. But anyways, I could tell there was something about this guy. I mean, he couldn't have been more than like 28 tops, right? Probably a lot younger than that. I don't know. I'm rambling. Doesn't matter his age. Fact is, he kept to himself a lot, and I could tell something a little off about this boy. Not in a bad way, but just kind of like keeping to himself a little bit. All right. See, doing it again, Prez. Anyways, so one night, he's working with me. We close the shop together. And then, lock up. I'm going. He goes on his merry way. I'm driving down the road. Shit. It dawned on me that I had left the deposit bag just sitting flat out, wide open on the damn counter. So I got to turn around. I turn around, I go back, I unlock the store, and I grab the bag, I put it where it's supposed to go in there. As I'm leaving, I hear noise by the trash cans. We had like one of them little wooden shelters around our trash bins. So I cruise over there, all what's going on here type shit, you know what I'm saying? And I see what it is. It's this guy, the one I was talking about. His name's Derek. That's not his real name. All the names in the story are going to be changed just to protect those that needed protecting type thing, Anyways, so Derek, he's over there crashing out. Like, not crashing out like, crashing out like Betty Bye. I said, what the hell you doing, man? And he's like, I got kicked out of my place. I'm like, all right, yeah, kid, I get it. Come on, man. So I brought him back to my spot, right? It took a little convincing because he was that type like, no, I'm good. I'll be fine here. But I couldn't do that in good conscience. I couldn't do that. I had more than enough room. So Derek stayed at the humble abode for 3 nights. One thing I noticed, Derek talks in his sleep a lot. Like, I'd be in the other room, crashed out full on, and I do sleep like the dead. So if I'm hearing it and waking up from it, something's up. So first night I kind of dismissed it. Second night I go out and I'm being eavesdropping. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Because I thought he was on the telly or some shit. Nope. Mm-mm. So he's saying some pretty wild shit, some unintelligible shit, like I can't understand it. But he's getting loud in these little bursts. And I'm like, damn. So the next day, I'm like, hey man, you talk in your sleep a lot. He's like, oh, did I say anything bad? Or he's like, no man, I ain't really pick up on all of it, but you chitter chatter in your sleep a lot. Just letting you know, man. You all right? Got something you want to get off your chest? You good? Having some bad dreams or something? He's like, nah, man, it's all good. So I'm like, cool, man, cool. So the last day he was there, like this next day, I get up. It's like probably about 2:30 in the morning. This sumbitch is just standing in the living room, staring out the fucking window. And I'm like, oh, fuck, he sleepwalks too? No, that wasn't the case. I walked up and I said, hey, man, you good? He turned around and he said, man, I'm going to tell you a story. And so, babies, this is a story. And what a story it was that Derek had to tell me. All right, so check it out. Derek, he left Illinois, Chicago, I think it was. He was on one of them find myself journeys. And so he went and he started to try and find himself. He ended up in this little resort community. You know what the hell I'm talking about. The communities that look like they're like just hold off to themselves and stuff, but like it's almost like too good to be true type shit, right? Well, anyways, he ended up there and he was working on the staff for this resort. You know, he was doing good. He was only going to be there for a little while. He ended up being there for a good chunk of time, more than a year, I think. So anyways, there was a girl. Her name was Matilda. That's what her name was. Anyways, apparently he and Matilda were close. Now I don't know exactly how close. He didn't go into any detail. I don't know if it's a relationship. I don't know if they were siblings or any of that shit. I don't know. But I kind of just assume one way or the other, either way. So he was telling me he's standing at a window one day. He had just finished cleaning a bungalow and he sees Matilda across the way. And then he sees somebody very, very important to the community. And he kind of went up to Matilda. There was some friction. And next thing you know, this sumbitch choked Matilda to death. Killed her. Now, Derek's watching this. He's like frozen. So what ends up happening is he's just sitting there staring, and all of a sudden this sumbitch turns around and sees him dead to rights. Sees him in the window. Just looking at him. What Derek said was the weirdest shit about this is this was in broad daylight. Like many people could have witnessed this. But for some reason it was him. And he got seeing what was happening. Now, problem here is, baby, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but that murderer, that man, he was a man that held major influence over the community. And pretty much soon after that, things began to get a little bit more difficult for Derek. You know, he was getting pulled over a lot more, getting harassed by authorities a lot more. And he knew what was coming. So what did he do? You know what the fuck he did. He ran. Because he didn't know what else to do. I mean, I guess I don't know if this is the right term, but maybe he was suffering like some survivor's guilt or some shit, and that's why he's telling me all this shit. I don't know. I honestly don't. Oh, sorry. Had an itchy in the nose. Get over it. Mm. Whew. Excuse me. Now, like I said, it could have been some survivor guilt. I don't know. But babies, I know y'all like to think I'm Superman. Hell, I do too. I mean, look at me, right? Anyways, but babies, I did not swoop in and like save the day for Derek here. I didn't. All I could do, because I mean, like I said, this happened a while ago. I was a little bit younger then. You know, even though I'm like 168 right now, I was only 2017, so, 160. Anyways, I like to believe I'm a little bit knowledgeable, but I ain't 100% knowledgeable on everything. But I gave him my best advice. I said, damn, Derek, listen, man, you done removed yourself from that situation. Why don't you just report it? Why don't you just, blow the whistle on the whole damn thing? Apparently that whole community is crooked. The police force crooked. Ain't gonna be nothing happening there. But you're not there anymore. So now just make an anonymous call and get the ball rolling. And he just kind of looked at me. I couldn't really tell what was going on. There's a lot of something going on behind his eyes, but it was contemplative. Yeah, something like that. And he said, and that's it. That's all he said. I was like, all right, man. I'm gonna go back to bed, have myself some nice dreams, or try to. Thanks. He's like, man, thank you. Cool. So the next day I woke up, Eric is gone. Don't know what the fuck happened to him. Just gone. Took all his shit. Left a little note. Said thanks for the hospitality. Appreciate it. That's it. So the reason why I tell you all this shit, babies. Fast forward. You ain't gonna believe this shit. But I hope you do, because it's pretty good. About 3 days ago, all right? 2025 now. About 3 days ago, I'm walking out of Kroger's, and I'm looking at my fucking receipt, just trying not to lose my damn mind, because the prices are so fucking ridiculous at this point. You'd think I was shopping at Whole Paycheck, or you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyways, so I get to the damn car, and I unload my groceries in the car, and I'm just like, hot damn, man. Like, just a little secret, babies. Feeding a palace, not cheap. Just not cheap. Anyways, so I get in the car, and I go to start the engine. I notice there's something on the windshield, tucked up under that windshield wiper. And I'm like, oh, man, what the fuck? It didn't look pink, so I didn't think it was a ticket. So I was already like, okay, cool. Maybe it's just some, like, fucking people posting flyers. I don't know. So I get out the fucking car. I grab the shit. I get back in the car because, where I live, it ain't safe to be outside, especially looking as gorgeous as I do. Said it. Anyways, pull open. It's a note, then folded. And on this note, it just said, thank you. Justice was served. And it was signed Derek. I get around, babies. I know about billion, thousand, billion, 50, 11,000 billion type people. So when you say Derek, no last name, I'm just going to be like, okay. That's supposed to mean something to me? So I'm like, who the fuck is Derek? About that time, I see some headlights right in the parking spot directly across from mine. Flashing me, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? So this person starts to pull out the parking lot, and they turn to where I'm facing the driver's side window. And I'll be damned if it wasn't him. I don't know. It looked just like him. I think it was him, because A, the fucking note, and B, he just looks out his window, smiles, and does one of them, and drives off. I don't know what any of that meant. He's thanking me, he says, justice served. I don't know. Maybe my advice helped. Some shit. I don't know. But it just brings me to this kind of thing, baby. What started this whole damn thing. Have you ever seen something you're probably not supposed to see and you get burdened with it? What do you do about that? Like, how do you handle that? What would you do in Derek's situation? I like to believe we're all upstanding citizens, maybe a little crooked from here and every now and again. But I like to believe we're all good people for the most part. Bottom line, babies. I don't know. It's kind of like this, right? It's a lot for somebody to handle, that burden when they're already carrying too much that they can't put down. Yeah, I'm being burdened by this fucking cat out here. You hear that motherfucking whining little bitch? Sometimes, babies, burdens, they get too heavy to carry, and you gotta unburden yourself. Now, I like to believe that Derek unburdened himself, and I hope he did it the right way. But he didn't stick around to talk, and all I could do is shake my head and smile. Anyways, babies, thank y'all for joining for this story time type edition. I know it is a very long video. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. If you like the vibe, please do like and subscribe. Babies, I will catch you on the flip side. Until next time, thanks for joining. This has been another edition of It's Saturday Night. Do you know where your love is at? With your host, yours truly. I'll catch you babies later. Oh yeah, baby.